Hey there, everyone. I'm in an incredibly beautiful location, and as I sat here, I'm thinking, I love peacefulness. My beloved wife says, "No, you don't. You like noise." Well, that's kind of true, but every now and again, just this beautiful, still, quiet, middle of nowhere is great. I'll give you a little picture of where I'm at. Yeah, it's just kind of like that. It's just lush and that. Really, really nice. Little babbling brook just down there. And I was just thinking about people. It's great if you've got questions. It's good to have questions. It's good to inquire about life and its meaning. We're meant to do that. I thoroughly believe that. And if it's worth anything, I commend you for seeking. It's good to seek. If you look for something that's of value, you will find it if you really look for it with all your heart. Hey, sounds like something from the Bible. Sounds like some wise sayings from someone who knows. Not me, but someone who's read about someone who knows. And I was thinking about when Jesus comes again and how everything seems to carry on the same. You know, it says they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day the flood came and took them all away. A lot of you don't believe that there was once a global flood, even though the whole of the planet is 3/4 already covered with water. It seems a slightly ironic bit of unbelief there. And then the bits of land that we can walk upon have huge evidence of being once underwater. So it's a safe bet. So there was once a flood and people were eating and drinking and just carrying on as normal, getting married, giving in marriage, celebrating all that until the flood came and took them all away. But it also says that Noah, at that point in time, like the church in Israel, frankly, and meant to be now, but Noah was a preacher of righteousness. He didn't just tell them, be good and, hey, that'll be nice and that's the end of it. It was they had to repent. They had to get right with God. Judgment day was coming. It was promised. It was going to be 100 years away. For 100 years, the ark was being built. And 100 years, Noah was preaching. Did he have a day off? Well, maybe he did. I don't know. But during that time, God testifies that he was a preacher of righteousness. And he obeyed what God said. And he built the ark for the saving of himself and his household. There was plenty of room on there. I know loads of you say, well, you can't get all the animals on there. It's ridiculous. God's not going to leave anyone out. If you want to be saved, there's room. If you don't want to be saved, you don't care if there's room or not. You're just watching from the outside. It says the door's shut. Flood came. After 7 more days, it's going to be a 7-year tribulation period, great tribulation period at the end. 7 years, tribulation. The devil being allowed to do some stuff for a period of time, but God in charge of it all, and then God judging the world. And then actually God stopping the destruction that we bring upon ourselves, man's hatred for our fellow man. And unless he was to shorten those days, no one would survive. It sounds like a bit of a apocalypse to me. You know, we need God to intervene to save life. And God is the only one who can intervene to save not only life in general, but your life. This might seem nuts to you. You might think, oh, John, please just get some proper education. Stop believing in fairy tales and all the rest of it. People laughed and mocked at Noah. People laughed and mocked and scoffed all through history until the flood comes once and takes them all away. But that same earth that was once flooded is reserved for not water again, not for a flood again, but for fire. For fire. There's fire coming. Not a flood coming, but a flood of fire is coming upon this earth. Don't be eating and drinking and getting married and giving in marriage until the fire comes and takes you all away and going, oh wow, John was right after all. Well, not John, but the Bible was right. The warnings were true all along. Get right with your Maker while you can, whilst the door is open. This is known as the Day of Salvation. It's been called the Day of Salvation for a couple of thousand years now. And actually all the way through history, there's been opportunity for men and women, young and old, rich and poor, wise and foolish, to be saved. You've got to become like a little child. I don't want to become like a little child. I'm wise. I make my own God. do what you want. But Judgment Day is coming. Jesus Christ is coming back. I hope you're ready. I pray that you're ready. I only do this because not only do I obviously believe it's true, but because I actually love you. Whoever you are, I care for you. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be warning you to flee from the wrath to come. So flee from the wrath to come. There you go.